All right, welcome back. There's a little shot of Watson. So, this is my first video that doesn't deal with the recent Cuba trip. And so I'm getting back to reviewing some cigars. But ironically, this one's got a Cuban flavor to it, right? I was talking to my good friend Aaron, who runs OSI Tobacco there in Canton, Ohio, and we were talking about Meerapfel cigars and what the rumors are or what's going on online about whether or not there's Cuban tobacco in it. So I did review one, a different size. So I'm going to do another size today, the Churchill, and I haven't had a cigar all day yet, amazingly, and so my taste buds are pure as they're going to be, I guess, and we'll see if I think after the last several weeks of smoking almost nothing but Cuban cigars, whether or not I think there's a taste of the Habano in the Meerapfel. But before we do, let's do a little watch check. Christmas season, got some red on here and the flannel, and then this is the beautiful Bulova Accutron. I love this watch. I don't wear it a whole lot. I usually wear the kinds with the stainless steel band. And here they are, those Lucchese, the $15,000 Lucchese's that I didn't pay that, but I am open to offers. So, if you're in the market for some great boots, Big John over there at OSI, you could use these. These look good on you. Make me an offer. 3,000-4,000 might get it done. So, anyway, let's get into the. Liza says, "Yeah, let's get into it." So into the Euro Cave we go, and. Oh, the Cubans, very tempting, very tempting. A whole tray of these beautiful Cubans, but no, we're gonna do Meerapfel. This is pretty rare and exciting brand. Kind of see the label in there. I think I mispronounced it last time, but Meerapfel, so it's not too difficult. This is a Churchill. It seems. A little thinner than a 47 ring gauge, but that's what they say it is, 7 by 47. So we'll give it a shot. Daisy says, there's nothing thin about me. But anyway, let's see what this Meerapfel, let's see what we think about the Cuban theory. So we got it ready to cut here. Again, it's kind of lengthy, skinny, 7 by 47. Where's my cutter? There we go. So, Meerapfel. I smoked a wider ring gauge, shorter version earlier. I reviewed that. In essence, I thought that was a great cigar. And but these are really, really pricey, so that's the major drawback. So nothing resembling Cuban flavor when you sort of do a pre-light primer there. Pre-light draw, a little stiff, but you would expect that. Because it's not lit. So let's get her lit up here. We got this, hopefully I got fluid in this Vertigo. These are great lighters that really targeted flame and keep the flame back, especially on a thinner cigar. It's kind of nice not to go quad torch on this thing. So let's get it nice and toasty. Shouldn't take too much, being as thin as it is. And we'll give it the 3 puff test. It passes. It's a little bit of a tight draw, especially for being so thin. Really nice flavor. Really nice. If you haven't tried one, I recommend it. Like I said, they're pricey, but especially if you're a regular cigar smoker, it's nice sometimes to get a different nuance from the flavor of a cigar. And, that's sometimes hard to do because especially the Nicaraguan, the Dominican, the blended, they have different nuances, but they have really a distinction, and you'll get a distinction in this cigar. So I do like the flavor. It's got a hint of sweetness to it. I was worried it was going to be a little strong for the first cigar of the day. I really hadn't had a whole lot to eat. Some yogurt, cheese, and an avocado. But the flavor, it's almost like a little bit of licorice, maybe. It's at least a medium strength, but no spice to it. Just really, really smooth. So some people will react when they smoke a good Cuban cigar, and they'll say, "Wow, that's really smooth. That's smooth." Rarely do you ever get any kind of spice to a Cuban, but Cubans are known to be smooth, a little bit of sandy saltiness. So this has similar characteristics of that smoothness, but honestly, I don't taste Cuban tobacco here. Now, if there is, it's a small amount. I mean, maybe that's contributing to the smoothness. I don't know, but it's got a really nice flavor. It's burning perfectly. You can see around. A lot of pleasant smoke. The draw is good. It's not an effortless draw, but it's still not a problem. Very nice cigar. I think you know when you're smoking it that it's kind of a special occasion cigar, and I'll say this is the Christmas holiday weekend special occasion to justify it. So there's back in 2014, Aficionado did a article about Meerapfel's release having Cuban tobacco in it. I don't think that's this cigar, but that was the La Estancia. And in the article, it says that the Meerapfel family, his grandfather was one of the biggest purchasers of Cuban tobacco. They have bales and bales of Cuban tobacco they've been acquiring for decades, ever since the embargo, and been holding it for a long time. So I don't know. This one, again, there was the rumor. I haven't seen anything confirming that there's any Cuban tobacco in this new release, Miss Churchill. But nonetheless, I mean, it's a It's a really good cigar. I like it. The Half Wheel article says that it uses vintage Cameroon wrapper, although it's not disclosing the other tobaccos. When asked if cigars are being made by Arturo Fuente, Meerapfels are partners with Fuente's international distribution, but they declined to disclose the name of the factory. So, you know, hard to say. Maybe this is the Lonsdale. I'm looking at the different sizes. Because the Lonsdale is 6 3/4 by 43. This looks more like a 43. So, either way, quite an enjoyable cigar. You can see the ash hanging on. Would it surprise me, you know, that aficionado article was referring to Cuban tobacco that they had bales of before the embargo. You know, I mean, that's 60 years ago. So I don't know about that. You know, maybe that's true, and there are some. But the question would be, are they using, you know, current Cuban tobacco? And obviously that may violate the embargo, but there's such a black market in Cuba that it wouldn't surprise me that there were deals being made to, you know, sort of on the black market, move Cuban tobacco out of Cuba to other cigar manufacturers, and they would use that to produce some cigars. So that would not surprise me. You know, the Cuban system is set up where the black market has to thrive. I mean, you can't make a living off the salaries that are set by the government. You know, $40 to $60 a month. Excuse me. Even that, you know, diesel prices, gas prices over there are insanely cheap because they're subsidized through Venezuela. I mean, you get your other prices. I mean, beans and rice, they get a ration. But you're just not going to be able to make a living off that. So, I have to cough, so I'm going to pause. All right, so as I get further into it, I think this is the Lonsdale. I mean, it just, I don't think it's thick enough to be a 47, and that makes sense. So I didn't see as many of those available online, but that seems to be what it is. So the as I was saying about whether or not it has Cuban tobacco in it, I mean, it's possible because there's a very unique flavor to it. It doesn't strike me immediately as what my Cuban cigars taste like, but it has the smoothness of the Cuban. And so if it's a mix, in the wrapper, we know has a significant impact on the flever. So the Cameroon wrapper, if there's Cuban tobacco in there, I mean, it's possible that gives it this unique flavor. It's a really good cigar. Again, my only issue is the price. You know, I think, you know, if these were half their price, as I mentioned in my video before, it's a great cigar at half the price. I think they would really compete in the Davidoff Padron market. You know, it's that good of a cigar. But maybe they don't have the capacity for that kind of production, and they're happy with lesser sales because of the high price and keeping the price where it is. It's certainly a nice gift cigar to give to somebody. Just swallowed a little bit of it there. Wow. So overall, you know, I can't find anything negative to say about the taste, the flavor, the draw, the construction of the cigar. It's just the price. So hope you enjoyed it, and looks like we're going to have a green Christmas, at least here in Northeast Ohio. But either way, we'll figure out some cigars to smoke. All right, have a good one.